Congratulations, and pronounce. It is my honor to welcome to the stage Wisconsin's 2022 National Hall of Fame inductee for Outstanding American Citizen, Joe Reasbeck.
Anyway, I'd like to welcome everybody, ladies, gentlemen, family, friends, kids, everybody who's here. Oh, that's it. That's a good way to start. And is that better? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I was going to talk to you about National Wrestling Hall of Fame starting in 1976, and the four presidents, Lincoln, Washington, Roosevelt, and Taft, who were all inducted in the Hall of Fame in the 90s. And there are some great companies to be associated with, I might add. Also, Lincoln, if you didn't know, had 300 wins in 12 years in one loss. And I'm not going to talk about any of that. I thought you did. Okay. What I am going to talk about is the people I want to thank. First of all, I want to thank my high school wrestling coach, John Woodruss from Marksbury, Ohio, who got me involved in wrestling in 1959. And I want to thank my parents because they allowed me to wrestle. Next comes Kirk Haberback, who introduced me to Superior and UWS wrestling by recruiting from Richard Morelli, who was also in the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. And he was my coach and mentor. And if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be here either. Also, I need to thank the Marine Corps for changing the direction of my life. Because when I was in there, I wound up getting the coaching position for the in-service wrestling championships in Okinawa, and also being a participant and running the tournament, which I had done none of those ever. So that changed my direction because my direction was to be an FBI agent. I'm far from that. I had to thank my fraternity brothers who supported me for over 50 years, and they still support me today. In fact, I see some of their names in the movements. We also had some people in Superior, Kim and Zorn Gotovic, whose son I worked with from second grade on, and they would have been here except they had a medical emergency. Their son, by the way, is Nico. He was a state champ, and he's now a WWVP tag team champion. I'd like to also say Steve Stewart. He came all the way from Minneapolis. He was one of my first captains and sectional qualifier. Jackie showed me a picture in 1975 when we were at a regional tournament. And because his family was moving, he wound up staying with me and my family for the next 3 years. And he, like I said, he's here today, and I really appreciate his being here. Bob Coleman, I'd like to thank. He's taken over the Superior program and is working to take it to a new level. And you may see him again in the future. Here. Jeff Williams, my assistant wrestling coach, who's also here, came down from Superior. He helped immensely with the program as an assistant wrestling coach. He diligently worked with all the wrestlers to make them better and also to lead by example. He was one of one other thing that Jeff did for me, which I'll explain in a little bit. To my sons, Joe and Jeff, who were a part of the Superior program and then went on to college. Jeff wrestled at Michigan State, Joe, University of Minnesota. And then they came back to help me train for the veterans tournaments. And I'm sure they felt really good about it because then they could turn the tables on me as a coach and the role man. I have to also thank my wonderful wife, who has followed me through many places like Shreveport, Louisiana, New Orleans, Virginia Beach, Lexington, Kentucky, Nashville, Tennessee, Vegas, just to name a few cities in the Veterans and Masters divisions. And also, she was my cheerleader and behind me whether I won or I lost. And with that, I need to thank two other people, Jim Stevenson and Tom McGarvey, because I know if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. And nobody's going to probably remember somebody who was in the coaching in the 70s, 80s, 90s, maybe, or part of the 90s. And in fact, the way they put it was, and it's in the book there, let me see if I can, he did all he could to protect and preserve wrestling in the lonely corner of Wisconsin. And boy, I tell you, it is a little deal. But there's one thing that you did forget, and you maybe didn't know about. And that was at Manoir's Sports Garden in '82, when my assistant coach, Jeff, and his wife, Sandy, got me hooked up with a 700-pound Kodiak brown bear. To make the long story short, the bear was not challenged by anybody who was in front of me. I was his last victim. It was through various wrestling moves that I was able to save the bear for 3 minutes. And at that time, the trainer stopped the match and called it a tie. And from what I understand, that's the only time the bear ever been tied. So I was happy about that, because that was really a big match. And finally, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for this honor. I appreciate being here, being nominated. I'm proud to be part of the members that are being inducted today, and to congratulate them for their time and service. And this goes to show you that I live by one slogan, and that is,